Welcome everybody back to another BOLDcast One Piece reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is One Piece episode 465. Little Oars Jr., rest in peace.
They didn't have to do that.
Also didn't have to cut his foot off
Yeah!
before killing him. That just seems kind of extra cruel. And now Moria has the ammunition that he needs. He's probably gonna take the souls of a bunch of pirates and navy folk alike, and or the shadows. If he doesn't have any shadows already. Maybe he already did.
Moria. Not excited. They took our boy, Little Oars Jr., just a great guy, and now terrible Moria might get, I don't even want to talk about it.
It's too sad. Leave a like and subscribe for Little Oars Jr. Check out Patreon to get 2 weeks ahead of Uncuts, 1 week ahead of edited One Piece reactions, as well as other things that we're doing on the main channel. All of it can be found at patreon.com/BOLDcast. That's the link in the description. It's at the top of the description if you are curious. Go see the episodes that you can get right now if you just can't wait any longer. Most of all, we hope you enjoy. Let's go. Oh my god, he's alive?
Stop making him more sad.
His guard is never down.
Anything.
That's such a cool effect.
Whoa. Guy's brain just got scrambled.
The way it works, it's kind of like Kuma's for a little bit, like just a concentration of force in one kind of area. Did you just straight up kill him? He is not happy about oars.
Damn.
Everybody just keeps moving. Don't let his sacrifice be in vain.
Sad.
But it's really good though that they now they can get all over the wall easier. I mean, real shit, honestly.
Right.
What the hell did he just do?
Kobe.
Kobe, lock in.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
Kobe.
The guy that defended him, yeah. Okay, we gotta get the key, but break that wood and then just rip him out of there.
Okay.
I think. He's running away? I did not expect him to be running into the city.
Is he gonna go to the other side to see Luffy? Or, oh, someone.
Other deserters.
Oh.
Akainu's back here? I don't think Akainu would like this.
Oh. He can do whatever
I mean,
he wants.
he can kill deserters.
The strategy. What do you mean, the best strategy.
Probably has something to do with this place. What the hell?
That's
Maybe
crazy.
lure them in and then, like, I don't know, bomb everything? Like, big
I
trap?
thought GARP's was chilling.
Think about baby Ace. We're covering so much ground in this episode. Feels like it anyway.
Yeah, I say this place is resistant to cannons.
It's like an icebreaker ship. Yeah.
Ooh,
Whitey Bay.
cool.
That's pretty cool. I like the use of like different sorts of ships. It's not all just
Yeah,
like
different
vaguely
materials.
pirate ship. They've done
Yeah.
that in the past too with different like types of boats. What is he doing? He's a puppet master.
Oh,
He did force Bellamy to fucking kill himself.
yeah. I hate this guy.
Oh my god! Holy crap, he's like, there's something so sad about him closing his eyes while he does it, like,
Yeah.
written by the victors. Of course justice will prevail. Exactly. It's just a power game.
Yeah. What?
The laundry fruit? That's how fast she dealt with them?
Similar to the like soap fruit or whatever that was.
Oh yeah. Something is getting coordinated right now.
What are you doing, GARP?
Still just thinking about Ace. Is he gonna kill him?
It would be crazy either if he killed him or if he tried to let him go.
This
would be equally crazy.
I think with all the death and destruction he might see within himself to kill him and try and end it or put a
He
stop
would
to
know
it.
that it wouldn't end it.
That's true. But why is he thinking about him being a baby so much?
Absolute feast every day.
For a Navy soldier.
That's what happens when you argue. It's so sad.
Oh my god.
Tell us, Kobe. Tell us the strategy. Oh. I was wondering why they kind of hadn't done that already.
Yeah, that was my question too. What in God's name is that?
Oh, because they got launched by the wave. Oh.
Oh my god.
You could just wink at the ground before you get there. This was your idea, Captain Buggy. Don't be forgetting that. Where'd you get your hat from? That's what I wanted. Garp is just like, oh my god.
What a roller coaster.
Garp's just like, they're gonna kill Ace, and I wish that they didn't have to, but I cannot stop it.
The despair is
At least Luffy isn't here to also get killed after he followed in Ace's footsteps and became a pirate. Luffy, 2 seconds later,
I don't think it could get any worse than this. It's family, you know. Well, actually, now that I mention it, there is one thing that could be worse than this. Luffy!
So good. I kind of forgot, I forgot that they were getting...
How? How did you forget?
No, I forgot that they were, getting flung by that wave.
I don't think we saw them getting flung. We saw them, the wave come over them, but they must have got somehow flung. I think, maybe Jinbei, you helped somehow.
Yeah, right. They said Ivan's wink, so, maybe they kind of,
used multiple powers to kind of, launch themselves off the wave to get there faster. Yeah.
Maybe. It's pretty good. I don't know how Buggy got his hat. Maybe he, it looks like maybe he's... he somehow got his whole outfit again, but I guess he could have just been reused some Marines.
It looks like it's probably Marine stuff.
Yeah, that's. So
I love it though. That is so, the despair that Garp is feeling is so
sad,
crushing to see him just this has just been building within him the whole time. His greatest fear, he's used every favor and every exception afforded to him by his status in the Marines as a hero to look the other way for Luffy and I imagine at some points for Ace. But it comes to this and it's
what? Yeah.
There's nothing he can do. And
it's also that sort of complicated sort of moral question where he genuinely believes that if he knows within himself that if that was somebody else and not Ace who did all the same things, he wouldn't, you know what I mean? It's not like he's it's you kind of have to admit that comes along with that. It's everyone is someone's family, and it's a hard for you, but that doesn't, yeah. But I guess that's what I guess makes him a really good Marine, is that he's willing to go along with it even though it's really hard and even though he knows it's his family, but he knows that he wouldn't make that exception for someone else
It's the greater good.
Yeah.
It's the
But
greater
it's really messed up, but it's...
I mean, and it would be regretting his entire life's work.
Yeah.
And the same thing for Ace, you know. It's really kind of, if you think about it, it's really sad and kind of messed up for Garp to say that to Ace in this moment. Because he's like, you should have just listened to me and become a Navy soldier. And it's because he's feeling this despair and this hopelessness. But then you see, it looks over to Ace, and it's like, it's almost as if the regret is reaching him too. He doesn't just feel sad for Garp. He's afraid, and he feels guilty that this whole battle's going on for him. But, you know, could you imagine the tragedy, like the biggest tragedy that could possibly happen here would be in this moment, if in response to Garp saying that, for Ace to be like, you're right. I should just admitting regret or expressing regret as everyone is dying around you, as Oars just died in front of him, you know? Yeah. That would be like the ultimate, like a fate worse than death, because it's like,
and I wonder if also part of it too is like, you know, like obviously he, you know, like his whole thing of like, oh, I'm not gonna call you grandpa, I'm just gonna call you old man kind of thing, and like this whole like, you know, he raised them but he wasn't there all the time and they were being raised by someone else, and like, and he knew Ace never viewed him as like he's like, you're not my dad, but then it's like, if I wonder if
Garp's
it's like,
not your old man, or your grandpa, then, you know, he learns, you know, your found family is something, right?
But I guess what I was saying is like he went out and like Whitebeard became his dad, but like Garp could have just as easily filled that same role of like, and he could like, if things had gone a different way and he did decide to be a Marine and he did decide to like look up to Garp, then things would have been totally different. And you know, just seeing that Garp really cares about him, despite that, you know, he didn't go the way that he wanted him.
Yeah, well, I think that just seeing this side of him, that like how much he really cares about him, and that he wasn't just somebody who was charged by, you know, dead people to look after you, that he really did love you. And, you know, at the time, it's funny because I think that there's also a contradiction that he might be realizing here, that he might not have thought about in this way before, because he was just so wrapped up in his own life and with Whitebeard and stuff. But like, you know, he rejects his father's name and takes his mother's name, but then Garp, who's not his father, can't tell him what to do as a kid. So like his father's supposed to be the one to tell him what to do, according to his words, as a child, to be fair, but I'm making a point. It's like, as a kid, he's like, oh, Garp, you're not even my dad, you can't tell me what to do. But he won't even take his father's name, and he rejects him entirely. And then he goes out and finds a new father, and then now, at the end of it all, he's looking back and realizing just how much Garp really cared for him, and that it wasn't just about doing what I say, it's that he didn't want this to happen. Yeah, it's like this is what Garp was thinking about. Yeah. In that moment, yeah. Just the despair in this moment is so palpable and so real. Yeah, it really, really is. And the fact, like, and the build up to it too, of like the multiple with Suru-chan, who's like looking over Garp, like, what's wrong? What are you thinking? And then he's just like, or she's just like, you know, oh, this must be hard for you. I forget what she said exactly, but like, he's like laughing up, oh no, it's fine, just a little nervous or whatever. And then in the jail cell, and just time after time, he's, you know, been pushing it off until it finally comes out. The regret, the hopelessness, the despair. It's so, it's just so like terminal illness level of just nothing can be done. It's over. And Kobe running away. Yeah. I didn't know Akainu got back here. Yeah, I guess so. Like, where did he go after that attack? He went back to patrol for deserters. Now Kobe's gonna have to smarten up. And Akainu, by the way, was one of the vice admirals who Buster called Robin's Island. Oh. Yeah. He was there. He was the guy in the hat who blew up the the ship of refugees. The
Oh.
evacuee ship who like, oh, we'll kill all the scientists and all those people, or all the, library and do all that stuff, all the people who are directly involved. But, we can at least spare these people. And then their buster calling, completely obliterating everything. And then Akainu made the call to blow up the thing. And reluctantly, I might add, because it's, he didn't enjoy it and he wasn't reveling in it. But he has seemingly, and judging by how he reacted to this deserter, he takes justice very seriously.
Yeah.
That's like how, like we talked about, I think in the last discussion, how like once we really meet Akainu, what his like thing about him is going to be, because Kuzan, what's his name? Iceman.
Oh, aokiji.
Aokiji is obviously like he's sleepy and he's like he's reluctant in his own way, but he's like, he'll make exceptions. And then we have Kizaru, who's like the opposite, and it just doesn't seem to give a fuck about anything.
Yeah.
So what's the other?
Or he has like a very like
character trait.
Yeah.
And then we get to Akainu and we see, it's congruent with what we knew of him when he was younger. It's that he
has
does
a
not
hard line.
Yes, he's a hard liner.
It's not like with Aokiji's like, I believe in justice, but I'm not indiscriminate. I understand that people are human beings, and there's like a variation amongst good and bad and what people think is right and the things that people do.
Aokiji believes in second chances.
Yeah.
Maybe this guy doesn't. And he seems like and it's funny that this part with him is right before all the stuff with GARP, where he says, and he's saying, if you truly think about your family, don't live in disgrace. I feel like that line and this sort of scene of him killing this deserter and somebody who's just afraid is and having no exception type thing, just death. In a war situation, justifiably, you don't want people like soldiers to be like running away and completely screwing up all of the, getting other people killed because they weren't there to man their post type thing. So it's reasonable to give the death penalty to a deserter in like a crisis, crazy war torn situation. But what I really like about Akainu is that it's kind of mirroring the GARP situation, but is that he's different and that he doesn't he doesn't find this sort of sadistic joy in doling out justice. Yeah. He
like
sees it as
Kizaru
his...
is just like, oh, I'm gonna go over here and like I'm gonna have did I just murder you kind of thing? Like that very casual attitude about it all.
Yeah, he's very, he is anything but casual about his obligations and his sort of oath. Yeah. Which I really like characters like that. I think they're really respectable and really obviously very formidable. So I like Aokiji so far.
Me too.
And this episode was great. I hope I hope Kobe locks in. Oh, we also met Whitey Bay with the icebreaker breaking through the seawall.
Very cool. I like her design.
Very cool design. A lot of cool stuff. Excellent. Leave a like, subscribe. See you next time, Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.